Amati, tiru, dan modifikasi. That's how most the wonders begin. Asen into the full video test party series. When magical transformation stood out, tabuzing be botle plunder. Made from ordinary plastic waste, this design brings life, charm, and a subtle message of sustainability into any garden space. Picture a lazy afternoon. You got there a full used bottles, some leftover yellow and black paint, a bit of plastic forewings, perhaps from old folders or packaging, and your imagination. With a full shoots, brushes of color, and creative whimsy, an empty bottle becomes a to be ready to buzz around your plants. But it's more than art, it's function too. Each bottle holds a small hydroponic pocket, ideal for growing herbs like mint or basil. Add a spong or hydroponic medium, a sprinkle of it, and in days, green life begins to pay out, turning your bees into living beings. These planters hang effortlessly from trays, balconies, or windows using simple juterope or garden twine. The cheerful expression painted on each bee not only lift modes but also invite the children and neighbors to nage, to ask, to smell. Perfect for school projects, community gardens, or simply beginning a small patio. The bee plant teaches kids about pollinators and plants in the gentlest, most playful way. And when the breeze touches them just right, they sway like bees in flight, buzzing gently with life and joy. It's easy to create. It's delightful to see. And most importantly, it remains as that every piece of trust holds the possibility of beauty. In every quiet garden, there is room for magic. The fairy boat garden guardians are more than just playful Upcycled crafts. They are teeny protectors of green life, born from the simplest of materials and boundless imagination. Inspired by the enchanting visuals from the video, these fairy planters teach us how to bring storytelling into sustainability. Begin with a plastic bottle on the destiny for landfill and transform it. Paint on a kind smile, soft eyes, and a pair of blushing checks. Cut wings from transparent plastic, perhaps packaging leftovers or plastic folders, and affix them to the back like delicate butterfly wings. Add ribbons, bits of fabric, or drift flowers to dress your fairy in style. Inside the bottle, a small hydroponic chamber travels herbs or leafy grains, terrots reaching for water as they left straight to the sun. Place the sapphires among your garden beds or herb boxes, and suddenly your backyard feels like a page from a children's book. Take and sit under the shade of tomatoes or hover near sprigs of rosemary. At dawn and dusk, they appear to glow with the soft touch of sunlight, watching silently, gently guarding life. These fairies aren't just charming, they are practical too. By turning waste into wonder, they teach children about rose, botany, and patience. They're excellent companions for kids learning to garden, or whimsical additions for adults who want to spark joy in their green space. What makes this project even more beautiful is how it invites you to collaborate. Each fairy can be designated differently, with its own name, color, and personality. One garden, many stories. So take your tools, gather your scraps, and let your hands shape hope. In a world in need of care, even a teeny fairy can inspire real growth. So Metimes, the smallest things, like a panda's gentle smell, can transform a garden into something extraordinary. The Panda Bota double pods are delightful hydroponic planters crafted from simple white plastic bottles, repainted and repurposed into lovable panda fudges. Their black airs and white eyes evoke warmth and friendliness, making them perfect companions in any eco-friendly space. The process is gentle, approachable, and surprisingly therapeutic. Begin with a clean white bottle. Yogurt drink containers or water jugs work well. With a little black paint, draw rondeurs on the seeds, big circulares, and other nose. A few strokes of a brush, and suddenly the bottle is in the tracemer. It's a director, a little garden guardian. Cut an opening at the top or side to house your hydroponic setup. Fill it with sponge, water, or a simple nutrient solution. Add it, lettuce, kale, basil. And within days, green leaves will sprout like for atop your panda's head. Pledge it in rows upon a bamboo rack or wooden shelf. The planters create a cheerful, leafy parade. Children love them, visitors smile, and most of all, they quietly teach a powerful lesson. That recycling isn't about giving things away. It's about giving them new life. Ideal for classrooms, balconies, or small kitchens, Panda bottle planters also serve as a supple encouragement to grow your own food, even with limited space. Tere a low-cost, high-impact project that blends art, gardening, and sustainability in one. Tese pandas don't just hold plants. They hold attention, curiosity, laughter, and a gentle invitation to care. For plants, for the earth, and for that comes from treating something playful with your own two hands. There is something wonderfully human about a garden that smiles back at you. The vertical smiling wall garden is a delightful design that brings both life and laughter to any vertical space. This isn't just a collection of plastic bottles turned into hydroponic planters. It's a gathering of personalities. Each bottle painted with a unique expression and filled with growing grains. Together, they create a playful, heartwarming mural of fudges and food. The process begins with familiar materials. 2 set bottles, a wooden or wire frame, and a palette of cheerful colors. Bottles are cut, inverted, and filled with hydroponic media, sponges, clay pellets, or even scraps of cloth. But it's the fudges that make them shiny. Some bottles grin from ear to ear. Others blink sleepily. Others wear painted sunglasses or wing with mischief. Each planter feels alive, full of charm. Mounted against a fence, balcony rail, or school wall, this vertical garden becomes more than functional. It becomes art. It invites you to stop, look closer, and smile. And beneath every cheerful face, roots grow deep in clean water, giving life to lettuce, basil, chives, and more. It's perfect for small patches, especially urban environments where soil is scarce but creativity blooms. Children love decorating the bottles. Adults love harvesting fresh herbs. And communities love watching the wall grow greener with time. Beyond its visual delight, the smiling wall teaches sustainability, design, and care. It shows how humor can coexist with purpose, how recycling can spark imagination. It transforms a forgotten corner of art into a place of joy and nourishment. So the next time your garden feels quiet, let it laug. Let it smell. Let it both me atini feel sighing. Life is beautiful, and I'm growing right here with you. There is a special kind of happiness that only a rainbow of smiling fudges can bring. The hanging rainbow bottle fudges are more than just colorful crafts. They're expressions of the suspended in the air, fluttering gently in the breeze, holding life in their beliefs and laughter on their lips. Born from the humble plastic bottle, these planters are simple, sustainable, and deeply satisfying to create. Start by cleaning out used bottles. Choose different shapes and sizes to give your rainbow more character. With acrylic or spray paint, color each bottle in a bold way: bright blue, sunny yellow, deep red, leafy green. Then add fudges, white greens, sleepy eyes, golfy smirks, whatever your heart imagines. Punta pyro holes on the seeds and red twine or rope it through, knotting securely to create a sturdy hanging lobes. Inside, build a basic hydroponic bed, sponge or soil, water, and herbs, basil, coriander, my parsley. As the plants grow, they receive from the top of each bottle like wild, vibrant hair. And when the wind whispers through your garden, there's a rainbow fudges sway gently, dancing in celebration. Ideal for balconies, trees, or porch edges, this project is perfect for families. Children will love numbing each planter and checking daily for sprouting leaves. Adults will appreciate the splash of color and the practical harvest. Beyond beauty, this day idea offers a deeper reflection. In every reused bottle is a message. That brightness can come from what we discharge. That laughter can grow where waste unjust thought. In a world that often feels gray, this hanging rainbow reminds us to look up and smile. Because somewhere between sunlight and spring, we planted not just herbs, but happiness. To get in the corner of a garden or window, A teeny village Urkins. Houses made enough from brick or wood, but from the discard shells of plastic bottles, reborn with care. The mini cottage bottle planters are a whimsical blend of fairy tale charm and eco-conscious design. They don't just hold plants, they tell stories. Each planter begins as a plastic bottle, clean it and trim it, then transform it into a teeny home with handpaint shooters, doors, row of tops, and sometimes a chimney for extra flyer. Children often say they look like elf houses. Adults find themselves smiling at the tiles, the arched window, the little papa in the blue, the door that seems to invite you in. But the real magic? What grows from within? Fill the bottle with soil or a hydroponic sponge, and plant herbs or green onions inside. As the leafes sprout skyward, they resemble as growing from cottage row of tops, completing the illusion of a living village. With hair leaned up along a shelf, around it in a trotter, or to get beside the sink, these planters bring both beauty and practicality. This project suits any small space, a sunny balcony, classroom window, or kitchen ledge, and it fosters hands-on creativity. You can give each cottage a name, invent a backstory, or build a teeny neighborhood with friends and family. Beyond their aesthetic delight, these planters carry a subtle message. That beauty lays in the everyday. That ways can hold warmth. That a bottle can shelter new life, not only for plants, but for the imagination. The next time you finish a drink, don't throw away the bottle. See in it a house, a dream, a garden in disguise. Because in this village of mini choteges, everything grows, especially wonder, in Ellen not so far away. Perhaps your own garden. Colorful dragons wake from slumber not to breathe hay fire, but to grow basil, mint, and letter from their backs. The colorful dragon garden parade is a vibrant celebration of fantasy and sustainability. Created from recycled plastic bottles, these whimsical creatures are brought to life with bold strokes of paint and a sprinkle of imagination. Each bottle becomes a dragon, smiling, wetted, sometimes toty, with bright wings fashioned from plastic, and cheerful tiles twirling with fire. The process invites creativity at every turn. So sa palette, neon pinks, forest greens, golden yellows, and paint each dragon with gel. Add craft S, draw scales, cut little spigots or airs from scrap plastic. Then charfe a small growing chamber into the bottle top or back. Fill with soil or hydroponic sponge, and plant seeds. As the gray ends begin to sprout, the dragons appear to carry magical gardens on their spines. Laying them along a balcony rail, a schoolyard bench, or your backyard wall. Instantly, a static space becomes a living parade. Fun, fantastical, and full of life. Children are enchanted, adults, amused, and gardeners, deeply pleased to see herbs flourishing in such an unexpected form. These dragon planters are especially perfect for group projects or thematic events, Earth Day, garden fires, classroom journals. They teach rules and design, offer hands-on learning, and ignite storytelling around every corner. After all, each dragon could have a name, a trait, even a tale. Most of all, this garden remains as that the best things grow from Joe. From turning what we throw away into things we treasure. From painting not just for beauty, but for fun. So call your dragons to the garden and let the parade begin. In the quiet corners of children's stories and garden realms, a caterpillar crawls, not to transform into a butterfly, but to nourish life with herbs and grains. The caterpillar bottle herb line is one of those varieties that feel like a tie, works like a garden, and teaches like a classroom. Crafted from a series of recycled plastic bottles, this garden creature grows slowly, but with great purpose. Start by collecting several bottles of similar size. Paint them in shades of green and brown to reflect nature's gentle palette. Add twin legs to each one, low pet underneath like teeny feet, and connect them using rope or wire so the wall caterpillar forms a sinuous line. At the front, let personality shine. Big goggly eyes, a painted smile, and chirping antennae give your plant its friendly face. Each bottle's mint holds its own plant, mint, oregano, rosemary, Each finds its home in a different body part. The result is a delightful, serpentine herb garden that wins its way across tables, railings, or even low garden beds. Children are enchanted by the Catholic design and love watering it to me. Adults find joy in the symmetry and functionality. Teenagers discover in it a complete eco-lesson, recycling, gardening, biology, and storytelling all rolled into one project. What sets the caterpillar apart is its adaptability. It can be long or short, colorful or arty, minimalist or ornata. And wherever it's placed, with her in the center of a patio or beneath a tree, it invites interaction and curiosity. Above all, it remains us that life is movement, that gardens can grow, and that some of the most slowest things grow the deepest robots. This isn't just a line of planters, it's a creature of care, a living sculpture of growth. Hop into the with a garden full of laughter and laughs. The frog both the green hair planters are as cheerful as they sound. Chubby little frogs made from discarded plastic bottles, each sprouting a tuft of herbs from terra like wild garden hair stealers. These frogs are perfect for families, classrooms, or any garden that needs a touch of humor and heart. Start with a green bottle, or find one green if it's not already. The face comes next. Wade, grinning lips, oversized yellow eyes, you can even use pine bottle caps. And a round belly that makes everyone smile. The top is where life begins. Cut the bottle open neatly and insert a hydroponic sponge or a scoop of soil. Plant seeds, mint, chives, coriander, anything that grows loose and leafy. As Terry say, the grains resemble unkempt frog hair, dancing with every breeze. Group the planters to the entirely frog pond community, each one slightly different, all bursting with personality. One may look sleepy, another mischievous, another es high. That's the beauty. Every frog is uniquely yours. This project is more than visual play. It's tactile learning. Children engage with every step, from painting to planting, gaining understanding in sustainability, patience, and the joy of nurturing life. For adults, it's a reminder that gardens don't need to be serious to be meaningful. These frogs thrive on windowsills, balconies, or even as centerpieces for outdoor tables. Their round shapes and bright eyes catch attention instantly, making them ideal for public garden journers or community workshops. And in every smile, there's a quiet wisdom. That happiness grows best when shared, when planted, and when given room to laugh. Let the frogs lay up into your garden, and let green joy follow. In a quiet corner of the garden, a flock of bright birds has landed. But they don't sing or fly. They bloom. The bird-perch bottle planters are an exquisite example of turning waste into wonder. Crafted from reused plastic bottles, each bird is carefully shaped with love and imagination. The body is the bottle, the beak, a clever triangle of plastic. The wings, cut, curved, and painted, fluttersely in the breeze. Begin by selecting bottles of various shapes. Smooth honest for robins, long honest for terns, squat honest for little sparrows. Paint each with vibrant colors, sunset red, forest green, cobalt blue. Add the tiles, googly eyes, layer feathers, tile flowers. Then cut a planting hole into the back and fill it with hydroponic sponge or liquid soil. Plant herbs, lettuce, or flowering microgreens. As the plants grow, they emerge from the birds, box like natural plumage, turning each bottle into a living sculpture. Laying them on wrought iron stands, recycled jaggeds, or reclaimed wooden planks to mimic a perch. In the golden glow of sunset or dusk, they appear ready to take off, if only they weren't so happily rotated. Perfect for balconies, patios, or school projects, these bird planters add life and story to even the smallest space. They teach balance between function and imagination, between care for plants and celebration of design. Children delight in naming each bird. Adults marvel at the blend of whimsy and purpose. And neighbors, they pose, curious, enchanted by the still flight of color and life. This garden sings in a different way, not with chirps, but with grin. It teaches us that fly can come from the simplest hands, and that even grown the things can soar. At dusk, when the garden softens and stars begin to blink above it, a strange light glows near the herbs. Not from the sky, but from the soil. The UFO glowing planters bring the otherworldly into the everyday. Created from clear plastic bottles and bits of discarded plastic water, these planters resemble miniature spaceships, hovering closer to the earth, nurturing life with quiet radiance. Begin with a wide, shallow bottle or food container lid. Attach a transparent capsule, perhaps the top half of a water bottle or small dome. Inside, suspend a hydroponic spoon in a small net cup, seeded with baby lettuce or basil. Beneath the base, place a tiny LED light, battery powered or solar charged. When turned on at twilight, the entire unit softly glows, illuminating the plants inside likely to form from another galaxy. The aesthetic is futuristic, but the function is timeless. Water, nutrients, and light helping young plants thrive. These glowing UFOs can rest on low garden beds, wooden shelves, or hover among flower patches. They invite the children into wonder. They invite the adults into reflection. Imagine a child showing her friend a glowing letter all day, whispering, "It's my alien plant." Imagine hosting a garden dinner. The soft lights guiding goes like lanterns through greenery. It's whimsical. It's educational. It's real. This design professes that gardening isn't just tradition. It's innovation. That recycling isn't only about reuse. It's about reinvention. And that light, when combined with growth, has the power to transform. In every glowing capsule, there is acid, not just of herbs, but of imagination. Welcome to a garden not of earth, but of dreams. Every journey begins with acid, and sometimes that journey begins inside a bottle shop. The bottle shop micro garden is a gentle introduction to gardening, perfect for small hands, thick patches, and tender beginnings. It uses the simplest materials, clear plastic bottles and colorful caps, to create a seedling nurseries that not only grow food but also spark curiosity. Start by cutting a clear bottle in half. Invert the top half into the bottom like a funnel. Inside, place a spoon or a small neck cup with a hydroponic medium. Add water to the base, allowing the wick or spoon to stay moist. Plant a few tiny seeds, lettuce, spinach, mustard grains. Then gently place the original bottle cap on top, not square it thickly, but loosely enough to act as a fan. This helps retain humidity while allowing airflow. Place the mini granules on a shelf by the window or in a sunny corner. Within days, the seeds stir, tiny rods unfurl, reaching down. Fragile shoots recede, stretching up, and because walls are transparent, you see it all. The miracle of life in slow, silent motion. The bottle cap, under just a pile of discarded plastic, bitumes a colorful crown atop a chamber of growth. It adds a pop of joy, a signature of creativity. Children can color code their seedlings by top color. Teachers can label and temper root growth. Home gardeners can start herbs before transplanting them to larger planters. But perhaps the greatest beauty lays in the stillness. In watching something so small, so simple, unfold into life. This micro garden is a window into nature's erhetahaem. It reminds us that you don't need a dress of land or expense at all to begin. Just a bottle, a chop, and the willingness to grow. They sit quietly in a row, white, round, and smiling, each one holding a burst of fresh mint as if offering you a small, fragrant gift. The bare bottle mint rows are as charming as they are useful. These chudly planters, made from reused plastic bottles, bring joy to windows and wonder to every garden shelf. And they do so with gentleness. No noise, no fuss, just sweet green growth from behind the bare smiles. The process begins with a simple transformation. Clean your white plastic bottles, drink jugs, water bottles, or yogurt containers. Cut them low, leaving a wide belly for planting. Then add fudges, round black eyes, a snout with a deformed nose, maybe even a hint of rosy cheeks. Use black and brown pine for a soft, chartone feel. Cut or glue small areas from the bottom scraps and affix them to the rim for extra bareness. Inside, layers pong or soil and gently place mincets or transplant a starter cutting. Within days, soft green shoots will reset, eventually spilling over like wild bear fur. The scent of mint adds something more. As you walk past or open a kitchen window, the air is kissed with freshness. Children are drawn to them, numbing each bear, talking to them while watering. Adults find them charming, like teeny guardians of herbal patche. Laying them on a sunny sill, stack them on a wooden shelf, or place them outdoors in a protected nook. Wherever they are, these bear planters turn blunt patches into friendly corners of life. And behind every leafy crown is a message that keenness, toothiness, and sustainability can grow from something only thrown away. So, metimes, a soft mint-skinned bear is all you need to smile a little wider. Spin to hell, and with every turn, life grows brighter. The smiling Ferris wheel water planter is not just a garden, it's a celebration. A playful blend of kinetic art, hydroponic innovation, and cyclical wonder. This project brings movement to the world of day gardening. It's a carnival of life, with each swing holding no passing airs, but plants. To build it is to tell a story. Begin with a circular frame, wooden, metal, or crafted from sturdy recyclables. Space out the arms if we end at that bottle planters where sets of average well would be. Each plastic bottle is cut cleanly, shaped like a mini bucket, and painted with a smiling face. Charton eyes, churfed lips, and might even a little blush give them character. Inside each, sit, place your hydroponic setup, sponge, water, nutrients, and auto tender seeds. As the gray ends begin to sprout, they sway gently as well is rotated, either manually or with a small trunk. This simple motion ensures every plant gets its turn toward the sun, a brilliant way to mimic nature's balance. Children will run to spin it, goers will stop and stare, and gardeners will find joy in harvesting herbs from the edge of a planted head mofes. This setup is ideal for balconies, patios, schoolyards, or community gardens. It teaches the value of engineering and ecology together. It inspires play. And above all, it professes that sustainability doesn't need to sit still. It can dance. With each turn, the Ferris wheel becomes a metaphor. That growth is a cycle, that joy multiplies in motion, and that even botless, only destined for the trash, can read the high, smiling in the garden sun. Lake Ape from a Gentle Nature book, the bamboo from a Panda garden blends simplicity, playfulness, and pageant into one beautiful structure. It whispers balance. It celebrates reuse, and it smiles back at you. At its heart lays the structure, a frame built from natural bamboo poles, lightweight yet sturdy, arranged it into a trellis or vertical grid. Onto this green skeleton, we attach our Panda planters, Upcycled white plastic bottles, each painted with black airs, soft ovales, and quiet, smiling fudges. Their characters, gentle garden guardians, perfectly at home among the rustle of leafes. Each bottle is cut open at the top to travel a hydroponic setup, perhaps sponge, coconut fiber, or soil. 10 seeds, lettuce, kale, or coriander. As the plants sprout, they appear like wild panda hair or leafy bamboo shoot erupting from the head of each bear. What makes this design special is the harmony of materials. Bamboo, a fast-growing, sustainable wood. Bottles, onche waste, now reborn. And vegetables, vibrant and alive, nurtured by water and light. Its nature in Erhadaheim, designed with heart, pledged in a backyard, on a school fence, or inside a greenhouse. Tis from a bituminous a vertical forest of fudges, calm, whimsical, and nourishing. It doesn't just produce food, it inspires stories. Every child who says it wants to name their panda. Every visitor lingers a little longer to smile. This garden teaches us that structure can be soft, that order can be joyful, and that even the discarded can contribute to life's beauty. And as each panda quickly grows its grains, we're reminded. Tetsumetimes, the best gardens aren't the wild or formal, they're kind. and kiness like bamboo bends but never breaks. In the quiet hum of morning, when light filters gently through kitchen window and it whispers to a bowl, there they are, a row of living grains suspended on the wall, growing not from clay or ceramic, but from bottles on demand to be thrown away. The kitchen wall bottle ends bring gardening into the heart of the home. It's functional, it's beautiful, and most of all, it's close. Start with a few plastic bottles, identical sizes for uniformity. Cut them open at the side or top, depending on your mounting preference. Paint them if you wish, or leave them transparent to showcase the rods. Fix them to the wall using screws, wall hooks, or even adhesive brackets, ideally near natural light or beneath a grow lamp. Inside, nest a sponge or soil base. Drop in seeds or herb shootings, basil for pasta nicks, mint for fresh tea, parsley for tetla sprinkle on warm dishes. Label them with handwritten tags or chalk pine. This isn't just the chore, it's your living space rock. Day by day, the plants respond to the warmth of your cooking and the steam of your stovetop. They grow slowly, predictably, beautifully. And when you net a pinch of flavor, it's just a reach away. This indoor garden saves space while adding soul. It reduces food waste, packaging, and grocery trips. But beyond utility, it's a quiet act of connection to nature, to erhaham, to care. Guas notice the fragrance. Children notice the growth. You notice that, somehow, the kitchen feels more alive. Because when green things grow near where mouths are made, nourishment becomes a full circle story, from hen to plant to plate. And all it was a full botless, a bit of wall, and the jurage to plant indoors. Grace glides into the garden not always with wings, but some of the mess with rods. The plastic swan bottle planters embody elegant bond from simplicity. Made entirely from used white plastic bottles, these sculptural planters bring poise to your green space, like poetry resting on soil. To begin, chose a white bottle with alone potential, milk jugs or detergent containers work beautifully. With a careful and warm shaping, a bit of hair can gently chirp the plastic, sculpt the neck into a swan's gentle arch. Add a belt with ornamented plastic or craft foam. 2 small dots for yes, and all your swan looks alive. In the body, got a generous opening to house the plant. Fill with sponge, soil, or hydroponic medium. Then add leafy grains like mint, oregano, or even colorful tulips. As the plants recede, they mimic feathers, a living plumage that's in the breeze. Set your swans beside a garden pond. Lay them along a porch rail, or let them float on a tray filled with water for an added illusion. They're more than decorations. They're living sculptures. Quiet, serene, soulful. This design balances artistry with function. It adjusts refinement in ruse. How even ways can be shaped into beauty with nothing more than time and imagination. It also encourages mindfulness. The act of shaping a neck, of choosing a grateful survey, becomes meditative. The swan, after all, is a symbol of charm. Gues admire the detail, children adore the magic, and you grow closer to the hem of nature, one grateful line at a time. Because even in a plastic bottle, there is a swan waiting to emerge. 3, 2, 1, lift off. But this time, the destination is growth, and the journey begins right in your garden. The rocket bottle-lawn garden is a thrilling twist on hydroponic tea. It transforms discarded bottles into colorful, uprig rockets, ready to take off with green light bursting from their tops like herbal smoke. It's imaginative, hands-on, and perfect for inspiring kids and growing PS to dream beyond the sky. Start with tall plastic bottles, water or soda bottles work best. Paint the body in bold colors, classic red and white or maybe a cosmic mix of blue and silver. Add paper or plastic fins on the seeds, and don't forget the flame, strokes of yellow, orange, and red near the bottom, simulating the roost. A portal sticker or black paint window adds just the right astronaut flyer. At the top, create your hydroponic chamber. Slice open the botless top, invert it sleekly, and insert your sponge or soil base. Plant fast-growing herbs like chifes, rocket, arugula, or parsley. As they sprout, the granary fence outward, resembling a trail of leafing exiles, a signal that your rocket is ready for orbit. This setup is perfect for educational gardens, schoolyards, or sojourners of your backyard. It nurtures STEM interest while grounding children in sustainability. Adults love it too, for the color, the humor, and the functionality of fresh herb close at hand. Lean it up on a wooden launchpad or garden bench. There's a rocket sim ready to fly. But their true journey is rooted in patience, sunlight, and care. Because sa matimes, the fastest way to lift off is to plant down. They dance gently with the breeze, suspended from branches like floating spirits of the garden. Elegant, playful, alife. The hanging tray jellyfish planters bring a poetic touch to vertical gardening. With their flowing tentacles and leafy tops, they transform plastic waste into floating creatures, adding erheim and mystery to every leafy corner. Begin with clear plastic bottles. Cut off the base. Invert the form dome of the jellyfish. Paint softly if you wish. Translucent purples, soft blues, hints of coral, keeping the ethereal quality intact. Attach long strands of cloth, yarn, plastic strips, or twine it to mimic tentacles, letting them down and flutter freely. Create a small hydroponic cavity at the top. Insert a sponge or planting medium, and drop in herbs, thyme, oregano, mint. The plants wrestle like jellyfish crowns, their roots absorbing water from within the bottle. As the tentacles dance below, the granary thrives above. Hang your jellyfish from tree branches, pergolas, or row of AFS using invisible thread or garden twine. As they sway in the wind, they seem to float, silent and alive. During golden hour, light filters through their domes and binds the space with magic. This project brings beauty, but also awareness. Children see ocean creatures above them and ask why they're made of bottles. That question leads to conversations about pollution, creativity, and how rules can feel like flight. Perfect for community patches, children gardens, or meditative backyards. These jellyfish don't sting. They saute. They remind us that the ocean and earth are one, and that even air can carry messages of hope. So hang them high. Let them drift. Let your garden breathe with the rhythm of soft, floating life. There is one on top of another, smiling, blinking, yearning, forming a joyful column of character and life. The giant-faced totem bottle tower is a celebration of vertical gardening and storytelling. Made from stacked plastic bottles, each transformed into a whimsical face. This design is both sculpture and sustenance. It tells tales, shares modes, and grows grants, all in a single playful column. To create your totem, begin by gathering bottles of the same diameter. Trim the bottom so they nestle securely atop one another. Reinforce the center with a rod or wooden dowel it needed for stability. Then paint each bottle like a mask or charton head. Give some big round eyes, out her sleepy lids or wide open mouths. Add mustaches, eyebrows, teeth. Let personality shine. Cut openings at the top of each bottle section to hold soil or hydroponic sponges. Plant herbs, trialing grains, or even small flowers. As the plants grow, they become hair, hats, or wild leafy crowns, giving each totem face its own flyer. Position your totem in a garden bed, near a wall, or as a central sculpture. It brings immediate charm and conversation. Children giggle at the funny faces. Visitors pose to take photos. Gardeners appreciate its specific brilliance. But beyond function, the totem teaches something deeper. That expression and ecology can coexist. That art and food aren't far apart. That even stacked bottles, on jellyfish, can reach into something proud and unique. Each face tells a story. Each sprout adds another chapter. In a world of flat walls and monotone planters, the totem stands tall, not just in size, but in spirit. And perhaps, As the wind brushes its index and rustles its leafy hair, it's Mila's for real.